Connected. Can everybody see
What's up,
us? Can
everybody?
everybody hear us?
Oh yeah, let's go.
This is the first time that we are using this technology. So we did a little pre-trial this morning and everything was working great. But if we happen to run into any bullshit, I blame it on Dwight Baker.
Excellent.
Dwight Baker gets the blame. How's everybody doing? What the fuck? I feel like we haven't talked to y'all in forever.
Yeah, I know. How's everybody doing out there?
For those of y'all who don't know, David just celebrated his birthday on Saturday.
Oh
So we got a
yeah.
so we got a birthday boy over here. I will not say how old he is unless he wants to tell you.
Oh, I mean, dude, come on now. 38 and
He's
feeling great.
57.
Oh yeah, dude. Younger than ever. Be a good year.
Yep.
I celebrated with my closest friends
We have
in proper
uh
style.
we have several people coming from overseas. That's super cool. I know it's really late over there for you guys. Thank you so much. But really, what we wanted to do is just kind of come on here. Valentine's Day is kind of a weird day, and we were just trying to brainstorm different ways that we could get creative with you guys, and tried to just, I don't know, pick tougher times in the year where people tend to struggle. And I know I'm speaking for myself here, but I typically don't give two shits about Valentine's Day. And this year, I don't know why we were just like, man, for some reason, the world is way off. People are lonelier than ever. Let's try to make a way where we can all just kind of come and do some cool stuff together and show you new music. And another thing that I think that we've lacked a little bit over the last year or so is just not being able to engage as much with you guys, just on a mental level and just kind of a spiritual level, and just kind of being able to talk to you about why we're doing what we do, why we write the songs that we do. And so I think this is going to be a cool opportunity for all of us. Not to mention, we're going to announce a little Valentine's gift for you guys. We're dropping new music tonight, motherfuckers.
Oh
Midnight.
shit. Yeah, so just to set it all up for everybody, we've been kind of writing. Matthew and I've been writing a lot. We didn't really plan to. We just released Villain, and if you haven't listened to Villain, go listen to Villain because that's fire. But I mean, that was like very recently, but I don't really know how to explain it. We didn't really plan on writing a lot of music. It just kind of happened. We got back from touring last year. We dropped the record and both just kind of had some creative explosions going on, and it kind of led us. We were writing about a very range of emotional topics, and we started kind of realizing that there was certain emotional groupings of songs, and so uh, this kind of set of songs that we're kind of moving towards releasing tonight slash tomorrow on Valentine's Day is a set of sad songs. I guess that's kind of our style, you know, as Matthew was saying. You know, Valentine's Day kind of sucks on a lot of levels. It's kind of a BS holiday. I mean, even if you have a lovely Valentine, it still can be it still can be tough. So you know, it's kind of, you know, the way we see the world a lot of times. You know, can't help but process. There was a lot of sad things that happened to us in this past year, and so we had a group of songs that were all kind of centered on being sad. And so our first EP off this next cycle of music is called "I Am Sad," and it's about being sad.
It is. it's
It-
it's it's very sad.
yeah,
But I think something that's cool that we have kind of looked at our business and band over the last 6 years and just tried to look at what is missing, because I feel like we do so many different genres over all of our albums that sometimes it can be hard for people to go, who the fuck is Missio? Like, what do you guys do and what is your sound? Because every album, it's just like song to song to song, it changes so much. So for these EPs coming up in the future, we're kind of trying to keep them their own little packages so that everything on this one is going to be I'm sad. I'm not going to give too much away for the future, but each package has its own individual thing that we're kind of speaking into and kind of tapping into that specific genre. So we have some fresh stuff up our sleeves. Don't you worry
Yeah,
about it.
exactly.
Don't you worry
Yeah,
about
we're
it.
kind of like picking vibes and staying in the vibe. So it's been, I think, as songwriters, that was a fun. It's been a fun space to live in because sometimes the challenge, I know Matthew feels this as well, is that when you have like an album that you have to put together, it's like you get one or two sad songs, and then everything else is like pace, energy, or whatever. It feels that way, like in terms of how you structure like a traditional album, and so it's fun as just to be creative and to really lean into just an emotion and explore it from a few different angles, you know.
Yep. All right. Well, do you want to? Let's see. We've got about 350-ish people in here. Do you want to?
That's sick.
Yeah, that's super sick,
Everybody for
actually.
coming. Honestly, that's super dope of everybody to join us. We're super excited to be freaking doing this.
Yep. For those of you who don't know or just kind of came in, first off, welcome. We just kind of announced that we're dropping a new EP tonight at midnight. Depending on where you're at, it's probably already available, especially if you're overseas, which is cool. But what we're going to do is honestly just kind of go song to song and kind of set up why we wrote the song, what it means, and then we can all kind of listen to it. And you guys can tell us if you think it's pass or trash. Hopefully, they're all passes. Don't
Hilarious.
do that, I'll kick you out.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So, what song are we starting with? What do we want to set them? I'll let you kind of call out the song, and we can just kind of both talk about it, I guess.
Man, let's go in order here.
Okay.
And let's start off with a song called "I'm Sad and I Can't Speak," which shit, man, this song was written a few years ago at this point, and it was at this time where I feel like both of our individual lives were kind of just like, what the fuck is going on? It was around COVID time. My family was going through some really difficult stuff. Business stuff just didn't feel like it was going well. Like I just overall, I felt just in a really shitty place. And I would keep going to therapy, and my therapist would say, "Well, have you written a song?" No, because I don't want to write right now because we just got done with a record and I'm tired and I don't want to write. And I would go to another session and she'd be like, "Have you written a song? You're still super depressed." No, I have not written a song. I don't want to write a fucking song right now. Therapist, thank you very much. And it finally just got to this place where I was like, okay, it's been too long. I need to write a song. Let's just do it. And this was the song that kind of came out. And it's, "I'm sad and I can't speak. And at times I feel nothing," is the lyric. And it's so authentically true to myself at times because some days that's how I feel. I feel nothing. And I feel like in those moments, I'm supposed to be the one to be like, "No, but it's okay. I've got a little bit together, or I can put on a happy face today." The reality is, some days are just like that. You're in a pissy mood. You don't want to fucking talk to anybody. You don't want to deal with bullshit. And rather than feeling guilty about that, it's okay. I write it down and I move on. And so, one of the coolest parts to me in this song is there's a moment where this beautiful keys melody comes in, and to me none of that was planned. It just came out in the moment, and that's the most beautiful part about music to me, is that what you're feeling inside when you're able to express yourself and that's able to flow, there is nothing that can top that. So every time I hear that same hook, I just remember kind of where I was at in the moment, and it just, man, it makes me feel so loved and approved of, which is kind of weird for a song to be able to do that to me, but it's what it does.
Yeah. I'll just add a little bit onto it because I think it talks about like a really kind of odd thing that not a lot of people know how to handle, which is like a lot of times when like you get hit with like the saddest shit that maybe, or at least top five saddest moments of your life. Uh, at least for me, my body a lot of times feels like nothing. Like your body, you think, oh, I'm gonna be terribly crying, or I'm gonna react this way, or I'm gonna react this way. And what's cool about this song is like sometimes your reaction. is complete numbness, complete nothingness, and that's kind of what this song is kind of birthed from. And it's like, I think it's okay. I think it's a human reaction, you know. Um, that
All right.
so let's show them it, you know.
All
Let's get
right.
it kicked off.
Let's see if I remember how to do this. Rodeo Media. Here we go. Here we go. And
I'm sad and I can't speak. I'm scared and I can't think. When I can't speak, I write out the things that mean a lot to me. At times I feel nothing. At times I feel nothing. I'm sad and still can't speak. I'm lost, yeah, so lost. When I can't speak, I throw down with my own shitty self-esteem. At times I feel nothing. At times I feel nothing. At times I feel nothing. At times I feel nothing.
I love that song so much, man. Ah,
Yeah. So, and like, I'll throw a little audio tips in. That's like correct me if I'm wrong. That's you. That's you singing like in a moment onto. If it's not your iPhone, it's through
iPhone,
a really
baby.
cheap microphone.
No, it's
But
iPhone.
it's an iPhone, yeah, and
Yeah.
that's a real moment, and it's a real special moment that you know I'm super glad that we have recorded for everybody. You know,
Yeah, something that's cool about what you and I did on this round of writing was I feel like previously we've written a lot together, and this time we kind of came in with a lot of different ideas just inspired independently, which I think was really cool because we came in I think we had a lot more freedom to explore, and we came in just kind of like, what the fuck is this? This is something we typically wouldn't do, but I love it. I love the freedom to keep expressing ourselves the way that we want. That song's weird for Missio, but I love it.
absolutely.
All
Well,
right.
what's next? Is it Read Your Mind? Is that the next song?
Yep, let's get into Read Your Mind.
So like, yeah, I'll set this one up because we were like I mentioned we had like a burst of like creativity, and we had a day where Matthew and I were like sharing. I'm not even joking, like 15 or 20 each new songs, and this song it's just like this little chill little nugget of a song, and it was kind of a sleeper song that kept for whatever reason slipping through the cracks until I had a chance to really listen to it, and I was like, man, we've got to cut this song. And then there was just like this moment when we both realized how special of a song it was. I think the lyrics in this song are just they I relate to the lyric, you know what I mean?
Yep. Very excited. We have a music video coming for this next one. I can't say yet, but very excited about it. It was kind of a indie project that we did ourselves with a new friend of ours, and it's fucking awesome. So
Yeah, you can
very
see the
excited.
from the poster that we posted for this little this event, right?
Yep.
So
This
many cakes were hurt in the making of that film.
yeah. This song for me, what do I think about this song? I feel like this was one of the first songs. Actually, this may have been the second song that came out. I bought these brand new Atom speakers early fall, and I was so fucking excited to get to write music on them. And so I wrote one that was like really dark and like pretty big, and then I think this one came out next. And it was the first time that I had really enjoyed one of my own demos because it actually sounded good for the first time because of these fucking atoms. So I credit Adams Audio for this song
Studio
also.
monitors, baby.
Yeah. All right. This one is called "Read Your Mind." Let me see.
Do it.
Don't fuck this one up. Okay.
Simple case of good imagination. I don't need your crystal ball. Tell your fortune, look what I predicted. Nothing's going right at all. I don't need to read your mind now. I can see the pain in your eyes. Take a tab, relax, hallucinating. Tell me where it all went wrong. Blame your dad, but you should blame your mother. She wouldn't let you hear this song. I don't need to read your mind now. I can see the pain in your eyes. I don't need to read your mind now. I can see the pain in your Still a lack of self-appreciation. Nothing's going right at all.
There it is. Read your mind. Somebody just said super hypnotic. That is very hypnotic for sure.
Yes.
Honestly, arguably one of my favorite songs of Missio. I don't know why. It's like when that whistle comes in at the end, I'm like, this is a fucking vibe. Let's go.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like I was gonna say one more thing on that song. Oh, best second verse that we've written, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, shit, dude. You decided to add the acoustic guitar into that second verse. I think it was you, and
Yeah.
that blew my fucking
Yeah.
mind.
I was like, here's the deal, guys. I recorded an acoustic guitar. However, I didn't play the right notes. So you guys tell me what you think. And it doesn't
So
somehow
great.
follow the progression, but it somehow works.
So fucking great, man. I love that.
It was magic.
I love that shit.
It is. I love that song too, man.
Somebody just said, "Have you had dinner yet?" No. David,
Uh,
did you have dinner yet?
Absolutely. I was like, oh, we're doing this. I'm not going to do it on an empty stomach. I went out and had tacos, my favorite tacos. I really comforted myself, you know?
Hell yeah. By the way, if you guys have some adult drinks, if you have some adult green, whatever you guys are doing, this is a date night. So you guys do what you got to do to get through. But
Right.
now's the time because we're about to really get the fuck into it. So,
Well, yeah, the next song's a little bit. It's probably the closest thing to a Valentine's theme song we have, right? On
yeah, I would say so.
It's called I Don't Like It When You're Lonely, and I guess it can be from the point of. There's a lot of ways to kind of take the lyrics, but the way I relate to them the most, especially having a wife and having fought many times over many silly reasons, you're like trying to get to a resolution quicker, and that's kind of, I think that's what this song is trying to like resolve a problem with a person that you love or care about.
It's like the perfect vibe for your 80s high school dance or
Yeah.
something super badass like Drive. If this if this was in the right moment for the right movie, I swear to God, we'd be the biggest fucking band in the world. Somebody make it happen. I swear to God, somebody make it happen.
Hey, so real talk, I was trying to remember this. How did this song start? Did this song start in the studio, or it wasn't a demo, was it? I believe it was one of those where we were like, "Hey, let's just sit down and write one," and you played some like R&B super like these chords and came up with I was trying to remember how it started.
Dude, I don't remember this. Did we do this in the session last fall?
Yeah, we did. I
Shit.
think it was a starter that we came in because I remember being like, "Guys, I love this song, but I'm not sure what to do with it." Because I remember it being like, I was like, "This is I mean, it's kind of like this is new ground for Missio. This is definitely a new territory for Missio." But
Yep.
there's something that I personally, as an artist, really enjoy about trying to take steps into new areas and explore new spaces. So I'm really excited to share this one and get everyone's vibe on it.
Yep. And if you're older and you grew up in the 80s, welcome back.
Bringing it back, nostalgic, baby.
Welcome back. Hold on, I gotta find I'm basically finding what these are based on the cover, so I can't see a title.
Oh, nice. Well, hope you guessed right.
Hold on, I'm close. All right, here we go.
Something's not right, trying to understand. I'm talking about you and me here. We are not right, something's gotta give. I'm talking about you and me here. Feelings aren't fake, can we work this out? What are we waiting on here? What are we waiting on here?
I don't like it when you're lonely. I only like it when you're on my hand. I don't like it when you're nervous. I wish that you would take a chance.
It should be easier, I don't know why. It's difficult for us to see these things eye to eye. You know I never meant to make you cry. Now I'm left wondering where you go, I don't know. Leave a bit of space for a piece of me. What are we waiting on here? We can be so mean. What are we waiting on here? This should be easier, I don't know why. It's difficult for us to see these things eye to eye. You know I never meant to make you cry. Now I'm left wondering where you go, I don't know.
I don't
I don't like it when you're lonely. I tell you, dude, that gets stuck in my head almost
I like
every day. Almost every day. I don't like it when you're lonely.
I like whoever said what is it, late night driving vibes. That's
Yeah.
totally the right thing.
The other one I liked was baby making music. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is.
I'll be honest. I saw a couple comments. The auto tune. I don't know. I felt that exact same way when we wrote this, and I was like, guys, I don't know. This is like a really, really artistic choice that I don't know if I'm comfortable with, and it just continued to grow on me into it. We've never done it before. We never experimented with it, so this is kind of a first time. But I do agree. At first, I was like, I don't know, but I love this. I love this
Yeah.
song now.
Yeah, it for me, I have a pretty hard line on auto tune. I'm pretty old school when it comes to like stuff, but being like a little too over over like sensitive about it, I feel like it serves a great purpose in this song. You know, like there's a lot of different characters that come in when those different voices come in, and you know, I feel
Yep.
like it's important when you're trying to pursue somebody to sometimes take on uncomfortable tones and roles and being maybe stretching yourself a little beyond who you are naturally in order to become a better person, like, you know, artistically, you know, that's what I love about what we do is, you know, we kind of take the paints and we paint with them, you know. It's like because I grew up in an era, like I'm a punk rock guy, you know. Like I like when I was a kid, and so you know, electronic music at one point in my life was off out of bounds. It's like, oh, that's cheating. That's using computers.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think you just progress to express yourself. You know what I mean?
Yep. We talk about it all the time, but one of the reasons why I love not necessarily being on a label is that you and I get to start from a blank canvas for every single song and decide whatever the fuck we want to do with it every single time. Nobody tells us it has to be a certain way, it has to do this, it has to be this tempo. It's just you and I in the moment. We go, we feel this way, and we're going to write a song because we feel this way. And then the next day we feel a different way and we write a song based on that. I love the freedom to be able to do that. So it is, to your point, some of the uncomfortability and fear that we experience together, even as artists about to drop these songs. Like, I love that shit because it does it.
Yeah,
There's a growing that comes from that, I think, as an artist.
absolutely.
All right. All right. Let's do. Oh, this song's sad as fuck, man. This is a sad one. This one is called "What Can You Say."
Man, this is a, so yeah, this is probably, also, I would say one of the most supernatural moments. I'd rank this one and ICU as two of the like most supernatural moments I've probably been a part of uh, writing or that MISSIO has produced. I think on like a big level, the context of the song is um, for sure me. But there's three of us in our little songwriting group. Dwight Baker is the other one, and that we all write songs together. Matthew, myself, and him. And for me, you know, I lost a good friend this year to suicide, and was like a really hard situation to process. And Matthew and I spent like the real kind of like benefits of being in a band, especially this band is kind of like our little therapy in and of itself. And we spent hours talking through trying to process the whole situation. And you know, like that's kind of the backstory, you know. And then one day Matthew, I think, was having a separate conversation with Dwight, who was kind of going through uh, some sort of a situation with one of his friends as well, related to suicide. And instantly, you know, I'll let Matthew kind of share the story of how the song came through, but it's pretty rare that like full songs come through, like full songs. And like, I think the context that we'd been living in and the feelings we'd been living in for a while just kind of came out, lyrics and all, right?
Yeah, yeah. This Dwight had posted about it initially, but he had talked about his buddy that had committed suicide and left a wife and two daughters behind. And for whatever reason that day, I was not in a good mood, and I heard that story, and my heart broke because I just went like, what? I know some days life sucks so bad, but I couldn't conceive of the thought of somebody leaving such a beautiful family behind, because I think the reasoning, a big part of it had to deal with just not being successful in the music industry. And it was that I was like, the grass is always greener, and we're over here with a lot more success than that guy had. And yet we're still like, but we need more. Like this, we're not successful enough. And like we come up with these like huge excuses, and yet this guy was feeling a certain way, and it basically led us, or in the moment, to just be like, I need to express this very uncomfortable feeling that I have, because I'm not understanding this. And to David's point, this song just kind of wrote itself, and I sent it to Dwight instantly, and I was like, dude, I don't know what this is. It was inspired by the story that you told about your buddy, but I don't know what to do with it. This is very dark, and I just put it in a demo folder. And then when we were sharing our demo ideas together, that was the last track that I was actually going to ignore it completely. And David was like, yep, what's the last one? And I was like, it's not the right time. And he was like, no, let's just listen to it. So we did. And he was like, bro, we need to do this. And he kind of had some ideas of his own. We worked on it. And we just know going in, it's a tough song. It's a really hard song, but I feel like it's going to help a lot of people who've maybe struggled with something similar, or dealing with somebody who's really depressed right now. This is a song that speaks to them specifically. All right, let me see.
Notice something dark in you. You never wanna hear the truth.
As a side note, those bird chirps at the end, we were talking about this earlier. We filmed those in Mexico City. We were playing at Corona Capital in Mexico City, and we were staying at a hotel in Polanco and recorded some of those little bird chirps. So I don't know if they were speaking Spanish in those chirps, but I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you everybody for y'all's thoughtful comments. Everyone's so sweet and kind.
Yeah.
That makes me feel good. So
yeah.
But yeah, no. Speaking of cool, kind of like recorded in the field kind of audio, we'll transition to the next song, which is an oddity, a true MISSIO unicorn song, and it features what will probably be my favorite, an audio sample from one of the best moments of my life. That is not an exaggeration. We played a festival in Prague. We actually headlined a festival in Prague. One of the biggest shows of our career.
Which is, side note, in Czech Republic. The first time I'd even heard about Prague, I had no fucking idea where that was, and I was like, "Where is this? Czech Republic?" Okay, so if you don't know Prague, Czech Republic, so dope.
Yeah, in the Czech Republic, we're floating out. We have some friends from the city. They're kind of showing us around afterwards, and they take us on this boat ride down. I'm forgetting the name of the river, but the main river that runs through Prague. And there are these little paddle boats that, anyways, we're just soaking in what is the best moment. We're just kind of just finished playing the show. We're with all of our best friends. We're around having a good time, and we noticed that these paddle boats are making these insane, like, kind of like crazy. It's a crazy little sound, and we're like, we got to record it. And so we recorded that, and in the bridge, when it sounds like everything kind of goes underwater, that sample is essentially playing in the background underneath the bass. And yeah, it'll always remind me of one of my favorite moments.
Yeah. Also, not to mention about this song, this started off as a big old hip hop banger track, and you'll hear these weird things behind the scenes, like gunshots and stuff. Those all came from that big track, and I think what makes this so special is that when we were in the studio, Dwight was like, let's mute some of this shit. So we start muting, and it turned into this piece of music. I think it's one of the most artistic tracks that we've worked on, just because of some of the unique ways that we approached it. But you can kind of hear it, think of subs in this, and you'll kind of like hear where we're coming from, or what the original song used to be. But I feel like these lyrics specifically are some of my favorite, because they're so tongue-in-cheek, and we're kind of making fun of rich people at the same time as wanting to be rich people. And so, like, the first line is, take that chain off of your neck. I know that thing threw you in debt. Stop pretending and start ascending, and lay your ego down to rest. And I just think that's like such a way to come into a fucking song, calling somebody out for wearing a dumbass chain, but then also being like, hey, I kind of want that at the same time. But at the same time, drop your fucking ego.
Exactly. Yeah, this song is kind of in a nutshell. It's very artistic, but in my mind, it's just about the struggle and the grind of having to make money to survive. It's never ending, and it grinds you down in a way that is very dark, Yep. But you still have to keep grinding to get it, to keep going.
Yep. All right, we ready? We've been talking.
Yeah, let's hit it.
Hold on, let me make sure I'm finding the right one here.
Take that chain off of your neck, I know that thing threw you in debt. Stop pretending, start ascending, lay your ego down to rest. Sunless only, ASOS only, gave me money like rain.
Feeling so good I could run Beijing.
Slap the wrist off all the haters, doing me, that's not a no. Try to get it, hit and quit it, if you can't just let me through. Only passion, satisfaction, making money like ring ting.
Feeling so good I could run Beijing. Feeling so good I could run Beijing.
Ring ting, ring ting, ring ting, ring ting. That's the sound of my fists on the enemy. Ring ting, ring ting, ring ting, ring ting. Every heart, every soul left bleeding. Take me to a world where pathetic soul. Stop the stealing, double dealing, need more healing, fuck it though. Low-key lonely, super phony, still stunting like ring ting.
Feeling so good I could run Beijing.
Self-respect is hard to test when I'm spun out like the rest. Still a man who gives a damn about being the fucking best. Rest the shades, prep my trades, money moving like ring ting.
Feeling so good I could run Beijing. Feeling so good I could run Beijing.
Ring ting, ring ting, ring ting, ring ting. That's the sound of my fists on the enemy. Ring ting, ring ting, ring ting, ring ting. Every heart, every soul left bleeding. Ring ting, ring ting, ring ting, ring ting. That's the sound of my fists on the enemy. Ring ting, ring ting, ring ting, ring ting. Every heart, every soul left bleeding.
God, I love that track, man. So
Yeah.
cool, so fresh. Who sounds like
Yeah.
that, man? Who fucking sounds like that?
Yeah, I think that may have been the first thing we said when we said, like, what is this song? You know,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Yep.
Yeah, I imagine like really dark like war images in my head of like people going to war and stuff and how sad that. Just I don't know why that music makes me go to that dark image. It's
Yeah,
just like
it does.
super dark.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's like the scene from The Lion King where the big stampede comes through and they're like looking through
Oh
the fucking
gosh.
canyon, like everybody's just like, it's all dust and shit. That's the vibe.
I can't handle emotional moments like that or just rip your heart out in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah,
That's
especially as a child. You're like,
I
dude,
know, man.
what? What? All right, this next one, we've been hearing comments after comment after comment after comment after motherfucking comment for the last 6, 7 years. And this was a song that came out. It's one of the first MISSIO songs that we ever dropped called Monster. This is a re-edit of Monster. We added a lot more vibe. There's some live string players. It, I think, has become in my top 3 favorite MISSIO songs of all time at this point now. But we just kind of looked at the comments and said, all right, this seems like finally the moment to kind of bring it back for everybody, because we wanted to drop it at the same time. So this one is called Monsters.
Yeah.
What else do you want to add?
We added we spiffed it up from the original version and we did some new production elements and also added a live string section of that is just phenomenal with these completely incredible musicians from the UK that
Fiona Bryce.
Yeah, and so I think that just added took it to another level that makes me so excited to just kind of open the song into a new way in my mind. Even
it puts it into the Bjork world a little bit. I don't know if there's some young people in here, but if you don't know who Bjork is, Go look up Bjork, Bjork, Bjork. But this kind of has vibes that are reminiscent of that. I'm trying to think.
It's it's also a great, like, it's the last song on the EP, and I think, you know, it ends with a quite a classic Missio lyric, which is like dark but somewhat philosophical. You know, I'm not a monster, you're not a monster, but we have monsters inside of us. And I think, you know, that speaks to the times. You know, there's a lot of
Yeah,
dark stuff, you know, and we're all capable of it, you know.
yep. At some point, I will feel comfortable enough to tell my personal meaning of what the song means. It's still just like not the right time yet, but one day I will. Until then, you're gonna have to guess for yourselves. All right, here we go. Is this it? Hold on, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. Hold on. You know what? I don't even know. I don't see it in here.
Maybe everyone may have to wait for a few more hours for the
Hold,
live debut.
no. Hold on, maybe I'm just missing it here. Sorry, I'm still trying to work my way through this app here.
Yeah, all this fancy new technology we got kicking here.
Yeah, side note, YouTube
I
has
will
been
say,
awesome.
yeah, I will say it's really fun to be able to have a split screen, really, and just talk face to face, you know, and versus having to try to like squeeze into a frame or something, you know.
Yep. Man, I honestly I don't know how to get this in here quick enough unless Aston can do this real quick, but I don't know how to upload it fast enough.
I think we're. I mean, I
So
wouldn't worry about it.
you guys may have to you may have to wait for about 3 more hours for that one. I'm so sorry. Let me see if let
Keep.
me just check one last time, make sure I'm not missing it here. But I see. Oh, that's why there's two read my minds in here.
All good.
Oh, good.
Well, I mean, like, I guess one we yeah
Somebody's
we
like,
can
come
mention.
on.
Well, we can mention to everybody, like, as we kind of try to wrap up this kind of session. First of all, thanks everybody for coming. Definitely go stream I Am Sad tomorrow on Spotify slash wherever you get your music. But, you know, Matthew and I are really excited about kind of doing these things, and are hoping to be more consistent with them. Slash are thinking about doing something like this weekly. So um, we wanted to kind of gauge everybody's thoughts on the date. If they liked Mondays or if they have a different date that they prefer, you can let us know in the comments, and we will definitely check those. And if there's enough people that want us to move to a different date, we definitely will. But like I said, be on the lookout for us to be doing these more often and regularly, trying to share more of the kind of inside stuff behind all of our songs. We're open to doing whatever, you know, going through some of the older catalog pieces or whatever you guys want to kind of look at and find out about. So we're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff
Yeah.
via the YouTube live streams.
Yeah, there's some pretty cool features on here. Being able to have fans call in is super rad. We were talking
Yes.
about the possible Missio therapy type vibes, where we can actually talk to fans directly. I think that shit's super cool. Um,
Yeah,
but
so I mean, if you guys have questions or whatever while you're listening to the album this week, you know, we'll potentially be doing something like this next week, and we can maybe answer some questions and take calls. And we're still figuring it out, but we're open, so open to growing it however we can.
Yep. And just so that you guys know, we both know this holiday can feel incredibly lonely. If you guys are struggling in a real way, please do not hesitate to reach out. maybe a little slow just because I don't check all the time, but we'd love to just kind of say, hey, what's up? And again, like tomorrow, if you're just like, fuck this day, this is terrible. It's kind of the reason why we're dropping the EP on Valentine's Day, so that not only do you guys have music that you guys can kind of jam out to, but please reach out. There's an awesome community within the MISSIO Mafia. We try to respond to as many people as we can. Sometimes it gets a little tough, but I will always do my best to at least notice you or see you guys in whatever way I can. So thank you so much for spending Monday night with us and your Valentine's Day and all the other shit. We do not take this for granted, I promise. And we feel incredibly blessed every day to be able to do this with people that actually listen and care. It's fucking awesome. So thank you so much. And until then.
Yeah. You want to send them off? Is it possible? Do you want to send them off?
How do I send them off? What do you mean?
Do we have the song yet? Did you get it in there?
Oh. Aston, did you do it, bruh? Hold on.
See.
There's an extra one in here. Oh, shit.
All right, we're going to send you off with monsters.
Look, all you guys in the comments talking shit. Look at this. All right, hold on. Let me make sure I got the right one here. Everyone in the comments, Matthew, you had one job. You had one job.
Man, it's so quick to throw you into the bus. I love it.
Shut up. Okay, here we go. All right, pretend like none of that shit happened. All right, Missio. Monsters. All right, here we go.
Inside and out, yes I know you. We met in my dreams. You can't fool me. Your heart is too kind. Think you're a monster. You must not know. Brighter than the sun, my body hangs from the rope. Your body lays gently in sleep. You're not a monster, I'm not a monster, but we have monsters inside. Endless decay, you're tired of being alone. One day I'll kiss you goodnight. One day you will sing me to live. You're not a monster. I'm not a monster. But we have monsters inside.
Wow. I had a moment with that song maybe 10 days ago where I was sitting in this spot and I was just weeping listening to them. Like I had this giant ball of stress in my chest that was released from that song, and I was so fucking thankful. So I hope that you guys get a similar experience as well.
Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. We're so excited to share this music with you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming and writing thoughtful comments and listening. Like I said, we'll be doing much more. So subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all the things. And
don't forget, share the EP tonight when it drops, midnight. Share it with all your homies, all your friends. Yeah.
Yeah. We love you.